Hello and welcome back to another video on the channel. Apologies that this is a bit of a late upload. I wasn't able to get a car boot video out for this weekend just gone. I've only managed to go to one car boot really in the last couple of weeks because the weather's just been terrible, so they've been constantly getting rained off. And the one that I did go to, I did manage to get like 2 pickups and that was it. So not a huge amount of footage to go through. So hopefully the weather's a little bit better this weekend and I can start to build up a bit more footage. I have been looking for some winter car boots and I have found a couple of hard standing ones, so I'll try those out on the days where my usual ones get rained off, so hopefully I can try and get a bit more footage for you. But again, apologies for the lack of upload over the weekend. I did mention on a video a few weeks ago about my new setup, so I mentioned and asked basically if you'd like to see the new setup. So I've got a stack of games that I've recently picked up from CeX over like the last couple of months since I did my last setup video, so I thought I would just wait and show you some of the pickups that I've got and then update you on the setup now I'm in the new house. So if we get started with the pickups, the first one that I've got, just the one Megadrive game that I've picked up, and that's Streets of Rage 2 with the manual. So you see, it's complete with the manual in there. I think I paid £32 for that. Obviously these are all purchases that I've used my CeX vouchers for, and if you haven't watched any of my car boot videos, I tend to try and at least triple my money. So if I buy a game for £1, I want to ideally trade it in for a £3 voucher at least. So everything that I've got here I've used my vouchers to pay for, but the actual sort of value of actual money that I've put into it will be more often than not like more than triple it. I've had quite a few good pickups recently that have been more than triple the voucher value. So yeah, £32. I think it's probably it might be the second most expensive game on the list of pickups today. I do want to try and collect all of the Streets of Rage games, so I have got Streets of Rage 1 on the Mega Drive, but it's on like a value pack sort of like multi-game cartridge, so I do need to get that boxed, and obviously I need to get Streets of Rage 3 as well, but that's the very expensive one. I think with the manual that one is like 180 on CeX at the moment, and then without manual it's like 110, so I think if I do eventually grab that, I might just opt for the one without the manual, because I just don't think I can justify the extra £70 for the manual. I'm not sure it means that much to me. I'd rather just have own the game basically. So yeah, that's the first pickup to go through. And then I have got a couple of PS2 games. So I mentioned in the previous setup video that I did want to try and collect all of the mainline Tony Hawk games. So I'm getting closer now. So I picked up Pro Skater 3 on PS2 and Underground 2. Now I do have this on GameCube already, but I thought I'd just try and get them all on the PlayStation platforms. I think the only ones that I'm missing from, I think the only one that I'm missing now from PS2 is American Wasteland. I still need to find a copy of that. And then I need to get Pro Skater 1 and 2 on the PS1. I have got a couple of PS3 ones to go through today as well, so I think I've finished the set on PS3, so I'll get to those in a moment. And then the other PS2 game that I did pick up was just this Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit game. I've never played this one. I did play the other Wallace and Gromit game, I think it's called Project Zoo. I do need to get that as well, but I'm sure I had that. I think my brother might have had it when we were younger, but I have played the other one, and I'm a big Wallace and Gromit fan, so I thought I'd just pick that one up. So that's it for PS2 games. As I was mentioning just a minute ago, I have got a couple of Tony Hawk games that I picked up on the PS3. So I've got Proving Ground, which was £5, and Project 8, which is £10. I have played this one before. I played Project 8. I'm sure I had it on PS3, or it might have been Xbox 360 when I used to own one when I was younger. I always remember that one being like half decent. It might be like the last sort of, I don't know, good one since of the remasters that they've done. I never played Proving Ground. I'm not sure how good that one's meant to be. Obviously neither of them are going to be as good as like the PS2 Prime for Tony Hawk or like the remakes that I've recently done, but still worth picking up I think and trying to play through those at some point. I did also get a couple of Ninja Gaiden games. So I got Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 for £6 and this Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. I think I've got maybe 3 or 4 of those now on PS3. I'm not sure how many more I've got to get for that series, but I did want to try and collect through all of those. And then I did also mention on my previous collection video that I was going to try and collect all of the classics HDs. So I've got a few to go through here. So I've got Devil May Cry HD collection, that one's £18. I do own the PS4 trilogy, which obviously if you're going to play one of them, obviously I'd definitely get the PS4 one. They play really well on the PS4, so I probably won't play this one, but I just wanted to have it in the collection because obviously I have played all 3 of those games on the PS4 version. I also picked up Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. That one's £22. I haven't played either of those games before. I've heard that Shadow of the Colossus is like one of those sort of games that everyone says you sort of have to play at some point. So I'll probably get the PS4 version when I do get around to playing that one. Also picked up the Tomb Raider trilogy for £10. This one, this always seems to be in stock in like pretty much every single CEX I go to. It seems to be like the least popular of the Classics HD lineup. And then the last one that I've got is the Jak and Daxter trilogy. It hasn't got a price on there because I had to, well, I did a click and collect, but I think it must have been like a reprinted cover or something, because they ended up just sending it out to me. But I think I paid, it was either 38 or 45 for that. I'm not sure. It's definitely the most expensive out of the HD collection games that I've got to go through today. And luckily that one did come complete with the manual as well. And then the last PS3 game to go through, this was also one that I think was probably a cover reprint, or they just couldn't find it in store because this was supposed to be a click and collect, but it came in the post. And that's Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I've never played any of the Castlevania games, but I know they've got like quite a big cult following, and some of the older ones are really expensive. I think the sequel to that one is like a £25 to £30 game on PS3. I think I picked that one up for like maybe £10 to £12 now. Not 100% sure, but looks like a pretty cool game, and yeah, if I enjoy that I might look to try and collect a few more from the series. So that was it for PS3 games. I have got some PS4 games to go through now as well. So I've been looking to try and get that at the carboot for ages, the Sega Megadrive Classic Collection, just because it feels like a fairly common game. I see it pop up on Vinted quite a lot, but I thought I'd finally just buy it in CeX, because it's got tons of games on there, and it will just be sort of like an easier way to play those games, I guess. Also picked up Shenmue 3, which means I've now got 1, 2 and 3 on PS4. That one's only £6. Also picked up a copy of Infamous First Light. That one's £10. I've not played any of the Infamous games, but I've heard good things about them. So yeah, quite looking forward to playing that one at some point. And then the last PS4 game that I did get, I've never seen anything about this before. I just thought it looked cool on the shelf. And that's Killing Floor 2. So let me know in the comments down below if you've played that and if it's any good. Only £5. I'm not sure if it's like a single player, but it has got a multiplayer. But I can't imagine it's got many people playing it now. But it looks like it's just sort of like zombie sort of shoot 'em up game. But yeah, as I said, if you've played that, let me know in the comments down below if that's any good. And then the last pickups to go through, I did get a couple of PS5 games. So I've got this remake or remaster of 13, which I didn't actually know existed. I never played that on PS2, like I didn't play the original, but I know my brother played it and enjoyed that, so I thought I'd pick that up and give that a go. I think that was maybe £10 or £12. And then the last game that I've got to go through is this Chernobyl Light. It's been on my list for a while. I don't know how good it's meant to be, but I like the artwork on it, and I think it's like a sort of survival, like sci-fi horror kind of game. So yeah, might be half decent, so I thought I'd pick that up for only £12. So those are all the recent pickups. I'll get these put up onto the shelves, but I did have a couple of other things that I just wanted to show you that I haven't been able to put up on like in the background of my setup yet. So I got a really cool housewarming gift from a good friend Harvey. He got me this like original print from a magazine from the 90s for Medieval. So I think I probably mentioned in the last game, but I'm a big fan of the Medieval games. So yeah, I just thought that was really cool, so I'm going to get that put up onto the wall. He did also get me another original, which I just need to get a frame for, and that was again another magazine cutout, and that's an original print for Tony Hawk's Underground 2. So yeah, some really cool gifts there for like moving into the new place, and I'll definitely get those put up into the setup. Just need to get a frame for that one. But anyway, without further ado, let's get these games onto the shelves, and then I can show you the updated setup. Okay, so into the setup now. So I've got this small shelving unit for my Sega Megadrive collection. I don't anticipate to collect too much for this console, so I think that will probably be more than enough storage. Obviously I can move Revenge of Shinobi and just like display it normally once I get a few more games. But yeah, not a huge collection. They're mainly just games that are from that my family owned from like when that console was new, and then a couple of games that I got from CeX, and then I've just got this little Sonic holder where he's holding the cartridge, which I thought was pretty cool. So I've got my setup here. So my PS5 is linked to that screen, so it's got Borderlands 3 up at the moment, which I'm playing through with my housemate. So far it seems pretty good. I think we're on chapter 9. It's the first time I played a Borderlands game, and yeah, I've been enjoying it, so I might look to get Borderlands 4 once we've completed that. And then I've got the two other monitors for my PC, along with the PlayStation light and then this Pac-Man light. I will just briefly show you down here, but it's a bit of a mess with the wires, but I've got my PC, my PS3 is set up in there, and then I've got a couple of controllers and the PS5. And then if we start off on these shelves, so we'll start with the PS1 games. No new games since the last setup, but I will just sort of slowly go through the collection just in case you haven't seen the previous setup version. So obviously I've ditched to the like freestanding black shelves. So I've gone for these wall shelves just because it's a lot more sort of efficient with the space, and I haven't got space for those big sort of chunky black shelves now, so I've had to go for these ones on the wall. But I think they look pretty good. I just haven't got tons of room to expand the collection. Like, as you can see, the PS2 section is pretty much full, and there's not a huge amount of room to sort of add to that. And then the same goes again for the PS3 collection and the PS4 collection. It's getting quite tight already, so I might have to maybe get another shelf, or I might have to just start stacking games like in the gap here. But I'll just, as I said, I'll go through the collection. See, I've gone through all of the new additions to it, so that should be everything different from the last setup video. Let me know in the comments down below as I'm going through these games, like if there's anything in particular that I'm missing from the collection that you would recommend that I play. I'm currently playing through Mirror's Edge on PS3, and then obviously Borderlands on PS4 with my housemate. Yeah, never really got around to playing Mirror's Edge when it came out, but I've been playing it recently because I enjoyed playing through Ghost Runner, so I enjoyed that sort of like parkour free running style game. And so far it seems decent, so I think once I've done that I'll play through the sequel on PS4. But yeah, as you can see, the shelves are getting quite full already. Still got the limited edition Streets of Rage 4 card from the limited run release that got imported from eBay. It's like a US copy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I do still need to get the anniversary edition as well from the UK release. So I've got the small PS5 collection. Also got the limited edition DualSense controller, which is still in there. I've not used that yet. And then the other change from the last setup, you'll notice there's the Xbox collection's gone. So I've sold my Xbox collection and traded some into CeX vouchers. I just didn't use it, and I didn't really have any emotional attachment to it. I pretty much just started collecting for it because I found Futurama for it in a charity shop, and that was like a semi-decent value game. And then the other reason I started collecting was because I just liked the look of the Crystal Xbox. I have also downsized the GameCube collection. It's a lot smaller than it was from the previous video, so essentially what I've done is just keep games that I've got like an emotional attachment to, or are like exclusives for the console, so like all the like Mario games, Star Fox, and things like Day of Reckoning. So I've kept like the exclusive games and sort of downsized some of the ones that I didn't really care as much about. So I've got my purple GameCube on display there, and then again I've got a small Wii collection which will be just for the exclusives like the Mario games, and then like Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. So yeah, that's the collection. Probably slightly smaller because of the Xbox collection getting cut and the GameCube collection being cut, but obviously I've added some more games that we've just gone through. So yeah, I'll try and get a better view of like the whole setup with the shelving units. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the setup. I haven't got a huge amount of room to expand on it. But yeah, happy with where it is at the moment, and hopefully I can figure out a way to sort of display a few more games. And I just need to get those framed pictures on the wall as well. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the setup, if you prefer this or if you prefer the old setup. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and drop a comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.